Unwrapping hope, unwrapping smiles, unwrapping kindness, unwrapping memories. This is the Neighbors for Neighbors Holiday Special.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sean Kniff for Neighbors. Welcome to our holiday special. During the past few months, many little elves like these, my daughter Lilu Bell and my beautiful wife Esther, have been doing many wonderful things in our community, and we'd like to share some of those inspiring stories with you. As the end of the holiday season and the new year approaches, it's always great to take the time and look back at the neighbors who made a difference to our neighbors in need. Join me now as I share the story of Neighbors for Neighbors and the wishes that came true because of viewers like you. In 2013, a little girl contacted us at Neighbors for Neighbors with a Halloween wish. She had many costumes that she had outgrown, but were still in great condition. And she thought, wouldn't it be nice to share these with kids who don't have any costumes? And with that, a tradition known as Operation Candy Corn was born. After reaching out to you, our neighbors, we were able to collect 1,695 costumes and give them to some grateful kids in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. At Walker Elementary in Fort Lauderdale, the kids were surprised by a classroom transformed into a Halloween boutique. The walls and desks were covered with new and gently used costumes, all laid out for the kids to pick their faves. These kids were in awe, picking costumes for themselves and their friends, sharing the ones they knew another would love. No one went home empty-handed, and every child got the costume they loved.
I know that when our boys and girls walked into the room and saw all the many costumes that we had, that they were excited and just was really anxious to get into each costume to see which one they could choose. We chose some of our students that were in our 21st Century After School program and also our YMCA Most After School program to be a part of this event with us.
Teachers, representatives from the YMCA, and PNC Bank were on hand to help the kids pick the perfect costume.
Easing the burden on parents by helping to collect costumes at our PNC Bank branches. We're helping to build a strong foundation for their happiness and their success. Plus, PNC has a long history of partnering with local organizations that help strengthen and improve the lives of our community, such as Neighbor for Neighbors and this wonderful initiative of Halloween costume collections.
We selected Walker Elementary School as the recipient for the costumes received for Neighbors and PNC Bank because they've been a long-standing partner with the Y. We've been in this school for many years and we serve hundreds of children here, not only during after-school hours, but as summer as well. Great reason why we connected them to the Fall Festival. We really want them to kind of know that the Y is here for them and their families year-round.
Today when we were seeing the kids choosing costumes, their faces all lit up, it was really great. I do like the fact that we were able to provide a costume for all the kids.
PNC Bank helped sponsor Operation Candy Corn this year. Not only did they help collect costumes for these great kids, but they were able to see firsthand the joy on these students' faces and even help them choose a favorite. Overall, 27 separate groups helped to collect costumes for our nonprofit partners in Miami-Dade and Broward County. The YMCA is just one of those fortunate organizations that received the costumes and distributed them to children from infants through teens. We also received some help from our partners at Dadeland Mall. Hearing of our program, they wanted to collect too.
Well, Dadeland Mall is very excited to have been involved this year with Operation Candy Corn. We wanted to make it simple for our shoppers and our community alike to be able to drop off donations for Halloween costumes at our Simon Guest Services Centers, which is located right in the main entrance of the mall.
Neighbors for Neighbors also partnered with some scaly friends at Everglades Holiday Park. This great organization isn't just a South Florida attraction, but a wonderful community partner.
Everybody has children that outgrow their costumes, and we're a drop-off point for the candy corn operation. Number one, we're helping the community. You know, it's not just about a business for us. We want to help the community.
Thank you again to Everglades Holiday Park and PNC Bank for being fantastic community partners. We know every ghoul and boy had the best Halloween yet. Earlier this year, we told you about a family in Davie with special needs whose kitchen needed a makeover to make it safer and more accessible for them.
If I wanted to get closer to the stove, I would have to go and climb up. I can't reach those knobs, and in the stove.
She solves that problem with a stick kept by the stove.
My dad created this, and basically how I reach things, it would be if I touch it and turn it.
She has achondroplasia, a condition that causes dwarfism. Her 16-year-old son Zachary and 13-year-old daughter Alana have the same condition and face the same challenges in a kitchen that simply wasn't made for people their height.
Like, we can't cook because it'll be too hard or something, and we only could use a microwave.
We were doing stools and climbing up on the shelves, trying to reach as much as possible. But that obviously has become a toll.
Dealing with their condition means all 3 family members have had to undergo surgery. While they have medical insurance, their out-of-pocket expenses are high, leaving little money to modify their kitchen. To do that, the family is turning to Neighbors for Neighbors and crisis housing solutions based in Davie. The great news is their new kitchen is now being installed, and Lisette and her family couldn't be more grateful. Their kitchen is not only more functional for her family, but it's safer for them to use as well. Just a few months ago, we were approached by a neighbor in need. Dorothy Perry's home needed major repairs, but she just couldn't afford them. Dorothy is a pillar of the community, having been recognized by President George Bush himself, and is the recipient of many awards for her outstanding charitable contributions. Her home was given to her in 1995 as a gift to help her continue her work as a foster mother to more than 25 children. She's mentored more than 2,000 children in the community over the years as well. She's also helped to feed the homeless and the elderly, collected toys for children during the holidays, prepared and delivered many Thanksgiving meals to the elderly through her foundation called Youths Progressing in Public Housing. That's where our friends Rick Shaw, Ralph Rogers, and the folks at Quarterdeck stepped in. They helped Dorothy with a fundraiser at the restaurant. In all, $2,000 was collected for Dorothy, including proceeds from Ralph's new book and a raffle held at the event. Now she can get started on those much-needed repairs. Up next, we'll show you how Neighbors for Neighbors puts the fun in fundraising. Take a look at how some neighborhood elves make sure that our littlest neighbors have toys this holiday. We'll also see how a company that makes a great app for shoes is making the holidays for a couple of South Florida moms better than they ever expected. Stay with us. Welcome back. The next chapter of our story tells of a fundraiser like no other, a night of singing and dancing and raising money for Neighbors for Neighbors. Our friends at Ion South Florida were on hand to cover the event. We'll let them tell the rest of the tale.
Hi, I'm Sandy Coffey with Ion South Florida, and tonight we're here at Lips, the ultimate in drag dining, for the fundraiser benefiting the Neighbors for Neighbors charity organization for a night with Victoria. The proceeds for tonight's events will specifically go to their Adopt a Family for the Holidays initiative that connects those who can help with those in need. So I'm here with Max Tucci, one of 5 of the chairs. How are you?
Thank you, Sandy, for being here. I'm doing great.
Your makeup is awesome.
That's done by the Divine Velvet.
What secrets do you guys have for us tonight for this event that will make it even better and more profitable than last year?
The secret is 5 chairs. When you bring 5 people involved into an organization, then obviously they're going to bring their friends. So it's all about raising money for Neighbors, and that's why we're doing this.
And I'd like to introduce everyone to Miss Wilma Fingerdew. How are you?
Hi.
What are you most excited about tonight's event?
Oh, I'm excited about raising money and keeping the money here in South Florida. That's what's so great about this event.
I'm here with Joanne and Betsy, who are both also chairs of tonight's event. Okay, so Joanne, let me know, what are you thinking? You're in drag. I see the mustache and the beard. How excited are you for tonight's night with Victoria?
I'm extremely excited. Everyone here, we put so much work into this, and I'm really happy that it's finally here, and it's going to be such a wonderful event. And for those of you that aren't here, I wish you were all here. It's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. And it's all for a great cause. Adopt a Family.
Absolutely. Now, Betsy, I see you're also in drag. What are you most excited about tonight?
Honestly, you know, when Lynn asked me to do this last year, I jumped at the chance. Anything to help the community. I mean, honestly, I'd like jump off a bridge for it, you know? So dressing in some drag, having some good times, and working with the folks here at Lips, they are brilliant. Anything for neighbors, and helping them out.
Now, last year's events was phenomenal. Like, how do you think of ways to make every year even better to benefit those who need?
Well, I think going with a little bit of a switch up when we did the whole, you know, girls dressing like guys and guys dressing like girls, doing the Victor Victoria kind of twist to it, added a whole different dimension.
Neighbors for Neighbors hosts this event each year to raise funds to support the work they do, connecting those in need with those who can help. Mark your calendars for November 2015 and get the perfect dress. Whether it's for a lady or a gent, you're gonna need it. Now on to the next chapter. This story is getting really good, by the way. Can't wait to see what happens next. This one is about Operation Elf, Neighbors for Neighbors toy and gift card drive campaign. Sponsored by Florida Power and Light, these elves show that they can shine even brighter when they give to others. One by one, these neighborhood elves have collected toys and gift cards to help fill the holidays with hope for those in need. This chapter starts at St. Brendan Catholic Elementary School with a group of elves who came together in November and hosted a Thanksgiving dinner for some special kids at Branches, one of our local nonprofit partners. St. Brendan's has a program called Knocking on Someone's Door. Every year, each grade level picks a charity, association, or cause to work with throughout the year as a way to give back to the community. They collect food, toiletries, and more. But what is most important, the program provides opportunities for the students to work one-on-one with other children. And from there, the elves continued their work, and the partnership was made even stronger. St. Brendan's hosted a toy drive to benefit the very same children the students met, ate with, and did crafts with at the Thanksgiving event back in November.
Where the students not only collect toys and food and other toiletries, but they also give back of their time, giving them the ability to show their compassion.
Merry Christmas from St. Brendan Elementary.
News of the work that these elves were doing spread far and wide, all the way to the kids at Kendale Elementary, who had collected costumes for Operation Candy Corn back in October. These elves knew that the very same children who needed help at Halloween would also need help for the holidays as well. The students at Kendale Elementary are perfect little elves. Their excitement for collecting toys has inspired each and every one of them. Knowing that it will bring joy to kids just like them makes their spirits soar. Some elves who could dance and sing started to spread the news of this holiday spirit too. This holiday season, Actors Playhouse at the Miracle Theater collected toy donations for the Neighbors for Neighbors Adopt a Family for the Holidays program. To encourage the spirit of giving, each child who brought in a new unwrapped toy to donate during the theater's production of A Christmas Carol, the musical, received a free ticket from Actors Playhouse. The tickets are good for use at any of the remaining shows in the Musical Theater for Young Audiences 2014-2015 season. The news didn't stop there. It traveled even further to a mall called Dadeland, right into the Saks Fifth Avenue store. These hardworking elves who sell many great things that so many of the customers can buy knew that there are many in our community who just can't afford these things. And so their toy drive began, from one toy to 20 and then so much more.
And I'm happy to say that we've delivered about 70 associates working together in over 100 toys, gift cards, and cash for the needy. So we're very proud. I'm happy to be here as a representative to tell you how excited we are to be partnering and to bring to the needy this time of year very special packages.
There are many more elves helping and so many more amazing stories to tell. We don't have time to show you them all. We hope that you are as filled with hope as we are just from the few that we've shared. When we return, we'll hear some tales about companies working to unwrap hope for the holidays. And then we'll meet a family who lost their mom, but not their hope. Stay with us. Thank you for joining us. We have more stories to share. While many amazing groups and individuals are out there collecting toys and gift cards for our neighbors in need, there are others who choose another way to give by adopting a family for the holidays. Our signature program now in its 22nd year. It's a tradition for so many here in South Florida. We'd like to tell you just a couple of their stories. The first is from Cynthia Demas, who was there when Santa helped two very special moms and their children.
'Tis 23 days before Christmas, and up pulled a limousine with wide-eyed children to find a grand holiday scene. On Kavari, Nevaeh, Noah, Nyla, there's no time to lose. Two families adopted by a company that really loves shoes.
We would like to help people.
Said the Shoes Desire app CEO, it's time to spread holiday cheer with crafts, smiles. Come on, let's go. Shabrell Kendrick and her 6-year-old know this is something they'll always remember. Mom says this is
a very good start for December.
Jonish Felder with her 2-year-old, 1-year-old, and 2-month-old too say they are
shocked
at what really nice people can do. Neighbors for Neighbors Adopt a Family program made the perfect match. Of course, this fella was involved so the plan could be hatched.
Good cheer, good fellowship.
Said Santa, and he got a gift too. Kavari ran over and said,
I made this for you.
Toys for the tots and something every kid would like, safety gear and a cool decked out bike. Even the moms who have been down on their luck got a treat. Laptops since they're finishing up their education.
That's so sweet!
If the bike wasn't enough, Kavari got something that didn't miss. An amazing, priceless face and hug for this Nintendo DS. The families are overjoyed with this program in place 22 years, spreading goodwill and holiday cheers. For all of the children here and all of the moms, Santa Claus sure was a welcome sight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night. Happy holidays, everyone!
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
The families had no idea what was in store as they worked on craft projects with the staff at Shoes Desire, decorating shoes donated from Mia Shoes while the kids had snacks. They never expected the surprises hiding behind every door and curtain. The folks at Shoes Desire are a great bunch. Their company, an app for finding shoes, is just a startup, and they aren't making any money yet. But they have a great sense of stewardship and believe very strongly in giving back to the community where they both work and live. I think it's safe to say that this is one of the best Christmases yet for those families and for them meeting Santa. Well, that makes me a little jealous. Our next story is an inspiring one and might even bring you to tears. This family lost their mom not long ago. Their father, a truck driver with a very busy work schedule, now relies on his own mother to take care of his kids. The holidays are very hard for this family. Since their mom passed away, they can't help but to miss her. But our partners at Baptist Health Primary Care wanted to give this family a holiday worth looking forward to. After some shy greetings, the team at Baptist revealed that the gifts behind them under the tree were all for them. The children, brother and sister, only 14 and 10, were overwhelmed.
It's like a break, because he doesn't have to worry about it that much now.
Baptist Health Primary Care is a sponsor of the Adopt a Family program, but they wanted to help a family too.
This year we've grown a lot and we decided, you know what, let's immerse ourselves in the community and let's really adopt one family per location, which is what we did this time. So we have 5 locations, we adopted 5 families. We think it's a great way for us to get involved with the community and give back and really build a personal relationship with the family that the staff selected.
Doctors, nurses, and staff all chipped in, buying gifts and wrapping them with love. The father was extremely grateful, welling up in tears at the kindness showed to his family.
I never imagined something like this so big and beautiful. I am truly thankful from the bottom of my heart and really surprised with everything.
The children attend Branches, a faith-based organization that provides aftercare programs for children of all ages. These two have a special place in the hearts of their caregivers.
We have so much love in our heart for these kids. Actually, Gio had started with Branches when he was in kindergarten, right? And then Miss Christina started when you were in 5th grade.
They only opened a couple of gifts and decided to take the rest home. Like all kids their age, they like the same things all kids like and even have dreams for the future.
Okay, so what do you want to be when you grow up?
An animal rescue. I wanted to be a therapist because I know there's a lot of kids that go through a lot of stuff and that they need emotional support and stuff like that, and I want to help them.
With the help from Neighbors for Neighbors, branches, and the generous people at Baptist Health Primary Care, their hopes are kept alive. I warned you, you might need tissues, but those are happy tears, right? I think she's going to be an excellent therapist, and he'll be the best animal rescuer around. We'll have to connect them with the folks at Everglades Holiday Park. There are so many more stories just like this. Neighbors like you who adopted families, unwrapping hope for so many with so little. We'd like to share some photos from the great moments sent in to us by you, our neighbors. Such inspiring images. On behalf of Neighbors for Neighbors, we want to thank each and every person who helped this year. From all of us to all of you, we send our deepest gratitude. We know that the families that you helped are even more grateful. We also want to thank our sponsors one last time as well. Thank you to Everglades Holiday Park, Baptist Health Primary Care, Florida Power and Light, and the South Florida CBS television stations, CBS 4 and MyTV 33. Your support as our corporate partners has unwrapped hope for so many. In 2015, Neighbors for Neighbors will bring you a very special program. We want to introduce you to people right here in our community that you probably know. Maybe it's a friend at work or a child in your child's class. Maybe it's your friend's relative who is a veteran. But there's something you don't know about them. They're homeless, each night sleeping in a shelter, in their car, or on the street. But there is good news too. There are programs in place right now doing amazing things. Programs you've probably never heard of that are working to help so many at this moment. That's where you come in. Register today on our website, helpingfeelsgood.org. And in January, along with our partner Wells Fargo, we'll share these stories of hope and how you can help these great agencies do even more good. We'd like to thank our major sponsors for the year as well: the Herbert Hoover Foundation, the South Florida CBS television stations, CBS 4 and MyTV 33, and the Children's Services Council of Broward County. We cannot do the work we do without their gracious support. We are so glad that you could join us, and we can't wait to share more stories with you in the new year. There are so many stories of hope. We wish you a happy holidays and a very happy new year, and thank you for your support during this year. Our very best yet. For Neighbors, I'm Dr. Sean Kniff.